Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm showing you a custom web app that I built with ChatGPT and called it Kid Star Sticker Rewards. It's just a colorful, fun way to reward kids, whether you're a parent, an educator, or uh, anyone who would like to keep a record of your kids and want to encourage them to do good behavior or whatever it is that you want to work on. So the full source code to this is available on this GitHub repository, and I have this. I'm going to put the link in the description. There's also a README file that tells you, things about how to use this app, but it's really, really simple. What you need to do is download the code, extract the folder. You'll end up with 3 files. Basically, we have HTML, a jQuery, and CSS, all sitting in the same what do you call it, folder. And you want to load them into your browser. So this is just pretty much running from my local computer. Additionally, you can also use it live if you didn't want to, download the code and work on it locally. You can actually access this from your browser, from your phone, and just use it. Give it a go. This is also going to be available in the description. It's available in the README file, the link as well. So basically what you do, let me show you how it works. And if you're using this on your phone, it will keep a record until you, so all the data is going to be saved on your local storage. It won't be erased. It won't disappear. So even after 1 week, you've still got all the stars, all the records. Unless you actually clear your browser history or you click on the reset button. So let me show you how it works. Let's start with adding kids. Say I want to add a kid called, I would usually want to add real names, but let's just go with testing. So I'm going to add the first kid, and you can see that you chose an avatar. You can choose a name for it. Next, let's choose another kid, so another child name, and now that's also added. Let's do this one as well, and a fourth one. And what happens is if you don't, so now I've got the 4 kids added, but what happens if you click on add kid immediately? We've got all the validation happening here, asking us to put a name. So let's just say I put a name, but I don't choose an avatar. It now tells me to choose an avatar. So it's pretty decent. It does all the checking. I've also got my console when I was, in development mode. I just kept my console open so I can make sure that no errors. And this is also responsive. So on smaller screens, you can see that it's scaling beautifully. Okay. So let's choose one more so we can get rid of that message. So test 5, and let's add this cute one. So I've got 5 kids added to the app, and I can delete so I can get a notification making sure I'm not making a mistake here. I can also put them, like, say I've changed my mind, I want test 1 to go to the bottom, and say I'm just going to reorder them. This one, test 3, and test 4 goes up to the top. Now I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so just pretty much reversing the order. Then I can start editing. So instead of test 1, I can change my mind. I can actually make a name here, say test 1 or I can say, let's do 1. So you can see that's been renamed, and test 22. And then I can, we saw delete, we saw how up and down works. Let's choose a star type. So let's just say that I just want to give a green star for the very, say, good behavior. Behavior. And the stars needed to actually collect a prize. Let's just say I want the child to be able to get at least 10. So then they can claim a reward. And I want to add a color. let's just say this vibrant green, and then I'll add the star. So as soon as I add a star, you can see that it's sitting here and it says, you can also edit details here. And as soon as I add a star, every kid gets a star, but at this point, it's saying how many they've got. So I can add for test 4, for example, that every time they do a good behavior, and in this particular case, you don't want the kid to do a good behavior just to get a star. It has to be natural. So that's something you want to let the kid know. So as soon as they've claimed 10 good behavior instances, they get a tick. And then it's up to you to decide what you want to do at that point. Do you want to do a reward? Do you want to... So that comes back to you. But if I can actually do another 10. And then let's say you gave them a prize for this one, like a simple thing or whatever you want to do. And as soon as you start minusing, so say they've claimed the reward, and as soon as you minus, that tick goes away. And you can't minus less than 0. Let's just say I needed to edit that color. I just think it's not the best green. Maybe I wanted to go like more popping green. Not that this is any better, but as soon as I do that, you can see that the color of the star changes to that color plus the plus and the minus. And when I add one good behavior to say test 22, that's only individual to them. Let's add another star. Let's just call this blue and say managed routine tasks well, and say maybe again 10. I'm just making, and you can use this add and plus. You can just type in the number. It is up to you. And for that, let's just do this some green, blue color. And again, we get the color here. We also get every kid gets that plus and minus and so on. And the same thing here. So let's say they got, every time they get 10, managing routine tasks like being on time, waking up in the morning on time, brushing their teeth, having their breakfast, putting on their school uniform if they're going to school, getting in the car on time. So that probably would encourage them to be more disciplined. Then it's up to you to add stars. And again, this one has also got all validation there. It's you can't really do minus, for example. It tells you to fix things. So if I say like, I would make this very special, like a golden star, and then very special behavior, I guess. Something that the child really naturally does really, really well, that it's a one-time thing where they do something being very ethical, or something that they do very humane or mature for the age that you really admire. You might want to reward them. Again, it has to be really natural, because you don't want the kids to start doing things just to get a star and just become materialistic. We don't want that. But also you want to also reward those with really good say special behavior. So yeah, so again, like, because I said it's only one over here, that's why every time we add a golden, we get a tick there. And you can edit that at any point. You can change the meaning. You can change how many times they're really like special behavior, say 3. So now we have to get 3 to get that tick. Yeah, so you can think of other things. Maybe you want to add red, like say for kindness, or maybe I don't know, yes, orange for being kind. And maybe every 5 kinds actions gives them a nice reward. Now for the reward, I'll leave it to you because I don't know. I can't dictate what kind of rewards you want to do. Everyone is different with how they want to reward their kids or their students or whatever. But it's a beautiful way to keep track. Again, you want to, yeah, so every time they're kind to their siblings, kind to people, kind to animals, in a very natural way, you want to sort of document that. Yeah, you could do whatever you want to do. And you can delete, say, at any point, say I want to just get rid of that golding behavior. Actually, that's good. Or, just say anything. You just want to get rid of the green one. You click on delete. And as soon as you delete it, that's gone. Everything is gone from here. So that's it. I think this was a fun project for me as I worked on it. Like, just remember, everything is saved in the local storage of your own computer or device. So it means that no one can see what you do as long as it's on your device. So I mean, I won't have access to your local storage, or you won't have access to anyone else's. Um, as soon as you clear history or browser data, that's gonna like the all the records will be gone. Additionally, let's just say you wanted to start fresh. You can click on reset, but it will delete everything from your local storage and you start all over again. So that was it. Like I said, this was so much fun. Grab it. The code is all there, and try it out. You can just put this link in your phone, on your Safari, on your phone if you're on an iPhone or whatever, and just use it to reward your kids. I'd like to update this, have another version. I would like when you add a star to have some pre-filled data so it's easier for parents to, start off, I guess. So that's going to be my next sort of improvement. But let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.